So he says, in Afghanistan, you can marry a girl of any age. This is because of Sharia law and the standards set by Muhammad. They also view silence as consent for any female past puberty. You can thank Islam for that.
You know, silence as consent is also in the Bible. That's
literally... Explicitly it is in the Bible.
It's literally,
that's
if she doesn't...
where the Muslims got it from.
If she didn't scream, it's not rape, is in the Bible. Mike?
Yeah. But also... Do you know how many states have outlawed child marriage as of now?
17.
17. You have that number on the top of your head. So I feel like that's that either means you have conversations like this a lot, or I should be very concerned right now. like those guys that like walk around with the cards with age of consent laws on them.
Jesus Christ. No, it's because of the Tennessee thing. If you remember when Tennessee tried to get their like super special kind of marriage.
And all the Christians were like, no, we need to keep that. But so here's the thing. I did a little... So most states, the children that are allowed to get married are between 15 and 17. Mm-hmm. But there are 3 states for which there is no minimum age, which means in the United States... You can marry a girl of any age.
That is a true statement.
Didn't Jesus say something about taking the log out of your own eye before you look for the speck in someone else's?
You know, that phrase always confuses me for exactly one reason.
The logistics?
Who the fuck is surviving a log through their eye?
I've always wondered, how does a log get stuck in your eye in such a way that, like... You can be walking around having a normal day with just like a tree stump just sticking out of your face. Like I never pictured it as like being penetrating, just like kind of on the surface, but stuck there. It's still a weird saying. So he's saying, Olivia Williams is saying, Numbers 31, 17 through 18. I don't know offhand, but I'm guessing that's the one about, taking children prisoners as sex slaves. Where Moses is like, oh, take all the young girls who haven't known a man by sleeping with them for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know how Mike responds to that one because I did a video where he covered that. Fun fact, he actually got his genocides mixed up in that one.
Every now and again, I want to go back and respond to Mike Winger's secular argument against homosexuality video. But then I remember that I have other things to do in my life.
Maybe I will. I'm not familiar with that one, but I know that there really isn't one.
His argument boiled down...
Not if you actually know the data.
Yeah, so he tried to use the data, saying like, oh, your chance of suicide goes up. Oh, your chance of STDs goes up. He didn't contextualize any of the reasons why.
Yeah, chance of suicide goes up because of assholes like you.
Chance of STDs goes up for a variety of reasons, but one of them is that...
Mostly lack of education.
Lack of education, where we believe that condoms are mostly for contraception stopping and not necessarily for stopping of diseases. Also, because of assholes like him, because when you stigmatize sex in general, you make it harder for people to get tested so that they can figure out if they will be able to be together without any issue.
Yeah. Also, my personal favorite is the one where, like, oh, if you have anal sex, then you are, like, 6% more likely to experience fecal incontinence when you're older.
Yeah, but it's like 6% of a fraction of a percentage that it already existed.
I love how you already know the arguments are so weak and vapid that both of us can just rattle them off the top of our heads.
Because we've been doing this for years!
Well, it's also, like... Even if it goes from 0% to 6%, like that's not huge. Like it is a huge increase, but like that's in absolute numbers, that's not huge. Also the article that everybody goes to for that one, they actually make no mention of like frequency. So like if you put something in your butt one time in your life, are you now 6% more likely to have incontinence, or is this a regular thing? Like, what is the frequency where there is actually a difference? That is a question that just goes unanswered. But at the same time, like, even if we take the numbers at face value, the guy who wrote the article on it, as far as I can tell, he's straight. He's got a wife, he's got kids. He hasn't said anything about being into guys. But, like, maybe someone who isn't straight, maybe someone who is gay, It's like, that is a form of intimacy that I get with my partner, and if that comes with a slightly increased risk of incontinence when I'm older, I will accept that because it allows me to have more intimacy with my partner. Because, like, straight sex comes with risks as well. I got 5 of them. Like, I feel like a kid is a bigger commitment than just being anally incontinent for a few years toward the end.
Yeah.
Like, depends are a lot cheaper than children are. Just saying.
Oh my fucking god. Laura Loomer is actually developing a brain.
You saw that?
I just saw it.
I considered pulling that for this.
We have to talk about this.
She went to Ukraine, and then she was like, "Holy shit! When it affected me, I suddenly understand that it's bad there."
Yeah, and
maybe we shouldn't condemn them all because some of them were Nazis once.
Yeah, the exact quote is, just experienced my first air raid in Ukraine. Sirens blaring. This is every day for every Ukrainian. I feel like such an asshole for minimizing the struggle of Ukrainians for the last 5 years.
She should.
I often said I don't care. Looking back, that wasn't very nice of me to say. I feel like there's a better way you could have worded that. There are people in Ukraine who have to run to a bomb shelter every day, and some of us have had the audacity to say Russia wasn't wrong because we believe the lie that Ukraine is a country full of Nazi sympathizers. We have been so propagandized by Russia, and we didn't even realize it yet. Holy shit, Laura, you figured it out!
I mean, did she figure it out, or was it just another case of, I don't care until it affects me personally?
I think it's the latter, but it's being viewed through the lens of the former.
Yeah. Because the reason I chose not to pull that tweet for tonight is because I felt like that would end up with us doing too much handing it to Laura Loomer, which we do not have to do.
Oh, no, I'm not going to hand it to Laura Loomer. Absolutely fucking not. Okay. There's too many things that she needs to come to account for before I can hand it to her for that shit.
Yeah, but hopefully this will actually convince some people on the right that, like, hey, maybe we should not be on Russia's side in their war of aggression.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.